Yesterday I talked about utilizing diets and diet principles in order to make sure that you get the success you're looking for from your diet. So going through this, and we'll talk about some different books, some different strategies, some different things that people utilize, and different ways that people try to manipulate their nutrition in order to make sure they get the results they want. Now, there's a lot of information, a lot of different things with these programs, and I don't utilize everything from them. I only take what I see beneficial for the individuals that I work with, or whatever needs that I have. So if you want more information about any of these, then you can check out the books, you can check out other resources, because I only use what is pertinent for me and what is beneficial from my standpoint, and the principles that I think are useful from the book. So that's really what I'm talking about in this series, is the principles that I think would be beneficial to someone in order to try to get their diet and nutrition in line. But if you want more information, then you can check any of it out and get more in depth. One I'm going to talk about today is called Turn Up the Heat. It's a copy of the book. Might have changed since I've got it. But it's by Philip L. Guglia, or Guglia. And it talks a little bit about making sure that you are eating more frequently, and we'll get into nutrient timing in another discussion I have. But there's lots of different books about that, and that principle of trying to eat more frequently. So it does apply here. Now, we'll talk about some other principles in the future, intermittent fasting and some different things like that, that are completely conflicting to this. Some diet principles say that you should eat all the time, some say that you can fast. So based on what your needs are and your individual body type and your preferences, then you need to find the principle that works for you, which is why I think it's so awesome that there's so much out there about diet. Is you can, everyone's different, everyone has different preferences, and you need to find what works for you. So, this allows us to do that, utilizing different principles for different people. And anything that will work long term, that's going to allow us to have long-term change that we can use for our lifetime, that's the type of principle we need to use. And the cool part is you might be able to go back and forth, and as long as you're still in your guidelines for whatever you're looking for at that point in time and what your goals are, then it's not going to affect your diet. But with this, he talks about a lot of different things in the book, but the main principle that I look at in it is he talks about 3 ways to identify your metabolic type. And he talks about being carb efficient, fat or protein efficient, or having a dual metabolism. And the dual metabolism is kind of well-rounded, and it's what I would call the 33-33-33, which is how it's broken up, where you can pretty much eat equally from all the macronutrients. But once again, anytime we're getting into diet and nutrition, we need to know our macronutrients, we need to know about our calories. So if you're carb efficient, you're going to utilize carbohydrates better. And it would have a bigger proportion of your diet as carbohydrates, because you're going to utilize those, and it's going to help with your body composition. It's going to help with your weight loss, because that's what your metabolism prefers as far as an energy source. If you are fat or protein efficient, then your body would utilize those better, and you should restrict your carbohydrates. Now, you can, in the book, he actually talks about blood testing and utilizing it to figure out what your metabolism is. And he also has some questions in there, if you don't want to use blood testing, on how you can figure out what your metabolism is. The thing with this that's different than if it's your macros is, if you're utilizing this and you enjoy carbs, it might have you restricting carbs because you're fat and protein efficient, which is going to hurt with your food preferences some. So it's a little more strict, but it could be more beneficial for you because you could see more benefits from it.